Hello, my name is Chrissy McKinley. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, business coach for small business owners and entrepreneurs, advocate for affordable and accessible mental health care, author, and foodie. And today's post is on the throat chakra, which is communication. And four things happened so far this week, and it's just Wednesday, as far as communication that definitely stood out in my awareness as incredibly important and kind of milestone-esque. On Monday, my friend Harold passed away, and one of the things I will never forget about him is that he was always honest with me. He always said it in such a way, and I've seen him when he would speak with others. He said it in such a way. It was just he just said it. It was sincere. He didn't say it to demean or belittle you. It was just like truth. And sometimes he was just like, he said that. Okay. And then sometimes it would, yeah. And so I miss him. He's with his wife now and his ancestors, and my heart goes out to his son and his son's family. The second thing that happened was that I got a chance to attend a Black Hole Focus event yesterday in Nashville. It was led by Dr. Isaiah Henkel, who also wrote the book, The Black Hole Focus. And Isaiah is an incredibly intense, passionate guy, and I consider him one of my personal and professional heroes. His posts are always just spot on, and the timing on them is just like, wow, I needed to read that. And so the third thing was that I received an email and talking about the throat chakra. I received an email asking me to reconsider doing something. I struggle with saying no to things, taking on way too much, and then I get so overwhelmed that I either just really struggle to get anything done to a quality that makes me happy and feels comfortable, versus just 11th hour madness. And I know a lot of that I realize now is just fear, and issues of consistency. And so I've taken recently just to not really doing a lot of things. And I received an email asking me to reconsider to do something, and I pretty much said I can't. I have too much stuff going on right now, of my own doing. And if I take on this one thing, I feel like I will just become resentful and pissy. And the person emailed back and said, I understand. So it was just really nice to be able to establish boundary issues for myself, just so I know where the lines are in this regard. I'm too busy building my business to take on one more thing. Not that it wasn't important, and not that I didn't think that it wasn't a big deal. Actually, it was a big deal, but it was just my self-care kicked in. My root chakra was just like, no, honey. So I feel good about that. I don't feel weird at all. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have been of service to the degree that I wanted to if I'd taken it on. So that's one thing definitely with the throat chakra is boundary issues. If you have any issues, another issue, of course, with the throat chakra is poor communication. Let's see, indecision, lack of inspiration, and I've been there. It's just when I had issues of with my self-care, and it affected my self-confidence, and I had trouble, saying no or always saying yes to things. Everything gets all messed up, and then you just get flustered because you're exhausted and you're really tired, and you're just feeling just kind of you're angry all the time just because you're just doing stuff that you don't want to do, but you felt like you had to take it on for some reason or another. And sometimes you may be very aware of why you keep taking on more and more stuff, and for me it was just really just fear. And it can break it down to just fear of being seen, because if I'm so bogged down with work I don't get anything done, you don't know me as a person, and I'm not exposed, I stay hiding. Not doing that anymore. I've helped too much I've helped too many people now to slow down what I'm doing. If I make myself more out there, then people are more aware of who I am, and I have a lot more information to share and a lot more people to connect with. And so another thing that I'm going to do is, after I get through posting this, is that I'm actually going to post it on places other than YouTube and Facebook, my personal Facebook page, because I have been hiding. And part of it was like, oh, this is practice for a webinar, which is 50% true, but the other 50% is just fear. It's not super polished, and the compromise I made with myself was just fear based. Was that, oh, at least I'll post it like on my YouTube post, and then my Facebook, and then but this is actually going to go on the other places that I would have posted it had I not been afraid. But I mean, there's always going to be something, so I might as well just go ahead and just put myself out there and just say, hello world, here I am. So another thing in terms of communication is when you when the issues are resolved with the throat chakra, what tends to happen is that you just come from a place of just honesty and just being authentic. And since doing this work, I love that I can speak truth in a sincere way to someone and feel good about that. I love sharing information. I love learning new information. I love just connecting with people, and because of that, because I have the support of my tribe, root chakra, and it's helped my self-confidence, solar plexus. I get so much more done now, and I feel so much more successful, and I am the truth that I've always sought, and I can't even verbalize to you how grateful I am about that. And my creativity has gotten pretty it's gotten pretty profound. So for a long time I had worried, because I do live in the South, and I just spent a lot of time not really, just being very hesitant about talking about Reiki, when I should just be talking to everyone about Reiki, because it's spiritual in nature. You don't have to subscribe to any religious dogma. I mean, you're just using the energy that's already within and outside of us. It's just, the details might freak somebody out. And so I'm a good person. I've helped people. I don't understand. I understand why I was afraid, because I was concerned, because to a degree that's kind of legitimate, because there are some people that will just kind of get rather hateful with you. But so far, knock on wood, everybody's been really cool. Either really cool, ask questions, or really cool, not ask any questions, or we're just really at least polite enough to just walk away, just give a little nice southerly nod, because we're Southerners. That's how we roll. So thanks so much for viewing this post. And if you are a small business owner or entrepreneur and you're interested in connecting and supporting and being supported, I have a closed Facebook group. It's a McKinley coaching community. If you have any kind of interest in affordable and accessible mental health care, just to kind of share articles and kind of just talk about just triumphs and struggles with maybe kind of coming up with some kind of mental health support in your community, I have another Facebook group called Philanthropists for affordable and accessible mental health care. And I will post the links on underneath this post on YouTube, so that we can just connect, because that's another really important thing for me, is affordable and accessible mental health care. At the same time, actually having a positive and healthy discussion about mental health care, because right now a lot of people, unless they actually go out of their way to really get the facts, or they're already in a mental health care setting, you get 5-minute sound bites after like a mass shooting or something really terrible, and we need to have the conversation requires more than 5 minutes. So I have been that's something I'm really super passionate about. So have a really wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.